Our next speaker needs no introduction, but I'm going to give him a short one. Please welcome to the stage journalist and author Fintan O'Toole.
Good afternoon, everybody. There's been a lot of talk about balance, and I'm here to provide some balance. Because really I've come here today to say that it's time we ended tolerance for gay, lesbian and bisexual people in Ireland. Because tolerance is what we've had for the last maybe 20 years. And tolerance is about saying, go and play by yourselves, but don't bother the rest of us. Tolerance is about saying that yes, you can be different, but don't expect us to recognize that you are equal. And really it is time, in fact, that we ended that tolerance and replaced it with something else, which is citizenship. I can see you're all very smart, so can I ask you two questions? What's that thing, that grey thing up there with all the clouds in it? The sky. Has it fallen? And yet, the Rose of Tralee is a lesbian. The sky turns out extraordinarily to be a very robust thing. It was going to fall when we allowed married couples to access the evils of artificial contraception. It was going to fall when we allowed condoms to be sold in shops and chemists. It was going to fall when we had divorce, which was going to mean that every father in Ireland was going to abandon his family. It was going to fall when we decided in our tolerance that maybe it wasn't a good idea to imprison gay men for life for having sex. And yet, through some extraordinarily astronomical anomaly, the sky still stands. And I can predict with my huge knowledge of the way the universe works that it will probably still be standing, and it might even be rather brighter this time next year after we have had a referendum which finally says that all our citizens' sexuality is treated equally in a republic. The warning that is constantly put out about the recognition of gay and lesbian couples as being equal to straight couples is that somehow this undermines straight marriage. It undermines the institution of marriage. I can only say, looking out at all you gorgeous, glamorous people today, that those of us who are already in this rather dull and boring club would be absolutely thrilled to have you as members. I mean, you really bring enormous excitement and prestige to the institution that it has been somewhat lacking in truth over recent years. If I can quote just one thing, seriously, very briefly, because it really gets to the absolute heart of what we're talking about. And this was the judge in California in 2010. There was a legal case taken to challenge a thing called Proposition 8, which was an anti-single-sex marriage proposition which had been passed by Californians and put into Californian law. It was challenged, and in court, the judge who struck it down said something really simple. What he said was, Proposition 8 was premised on the belief that same-sex couples simply are not as good as opposite-sex couples. This belief is not a proper basis on which to legislate. And it is as simple as that. By denying some couples the right to marry, what you are saying in your constitution, in your laws, is that their love, their respect for each other, their capacity to be parents, to be members of society, is lesser than other people's. That's what it comes down to. And that's why this issue is extraordinarily serious. Because once you maintain in your law that some people are unequal, then you do not have equality for anybody else. Everybody else's marriage is somehow put on the line. And I don't think most straight people in Ireland are happy for their marriage to be held up as a way of oppressing their friends and their neighbours, their daughters and their sons. Because what we are asking for, in fact, is not radical change in our society in this regard. What we're asking for is simply a recognition of the change that has already happened. By now, the vast majority of people in Ireland know that LGBT people are not them, they're us. It's the woman who delivers your baby, it's the man who teaches your child in school, it's the bloody traffic warden who puts a ticket on your car. It's your neighbour, it's your friend, it's your son, it's your daughter, it may be your mother or your father. And that recognition, I think, has happened at a very profound level in our society. And what we're really asking for is not really for any great political leadership on this. We're simply asking our leaders, we're simply asking those who make the law to follow where Irish society has led. I believe that will happen, and I believe it will be a day of great joy for Irish society as a whole. It won't be the end of anything, but it will be the beginning, perhaps, of imagining what a republic looks like. Let's go forth from this with joy in our hearts, because what we're talking about is weddings. You know, that's the big, threatening, monstrous thing we're talking about here, is weddings. Weddings are actually about saying to a couple who love each other, we honour you, we're thrilled for you, we respect you. It's a wonderful, wonderful opportunity for us collectively as a nation, simply by saying the word yes, marking the word yes on a piece of paper to say, we love you, we honour you, we respect you. That's what we want. And so, the last message here is that this can be the beginning of building a republic in this society. And the slogan I would suggest is, for this campaign, if you want a republic, put a ring on it. Thank you.